Hey YouTube, what's up? I got a battle here against a Facebook friend named Michael. If my voice sounds bad, it's because I've been recording all afternoon. This is like my second or third take on this. It's an amazing battle. It's long enough though that I'm going to have to put it into two parts. So at some point in time I'm just going to have to stop in the middle of the battle. I'll leave a link to the second part and I'll have them both up, hopefully together within a few minutes. So, anyways, he leads off with his Rotom. I'm fearing the trick, seeing that it's lead, so I protect. He goes for the Hydro Pump, expecting another Hydro Pump. I switch to Gastrodon, who with Storm Drain will negate the attack and get a +1 special attack boost. But he actually does a double switch and goes into his Dragonite. Seeing the Gastrodon, I'm thinking that he was fearing the Ice Beam, so he switches out to his Giarchi. While I Scald, I'm going to stay in and do another Scald because I think, if I'm correct, Serene Grace will allow it to have a 60% chance of causing the burn. I don't get the burn though, and that was the amazing thing about this battle. Nobody gets any hacks of any kind whatsoever during this battle. So, despite all my hoping, nothing happens. Which is pretty dang amazing when you think about it. You got a Serene Grace Giarchi running around and there are no hacks. I consider myself very lucky. But, the big things that I'm really afraid of on his team here are the, Dragonite, the Rapution, or the Conkeldurr, the Giarchi, and the Volcarona. I don't want to take that thing too lightly. I don't have rocks, or really a solid way of taking it out, except for maybe Gastrodon here. But here I'm thinking he's going to stand for a little bit longer. Seeing that he can easily wish off any earth powers. Expecting him to stay in, I'm gonna go for the stockpile. And this is when I don't know what I was thinking, but I know you never want to let a Rapution set up if you can help it. Particularly anything past +2. Even +1, it starts to get pretty dangerous. But I decided to be stupid and just stay in and go for a stockpile, thinking, oh, I can just bulk up enough that his boosts won't do anything. Well, he goes for the Drain Punch. I take a dang good chunk of HP for being, I think, at +2, if I'm not mistaken, defense. Here is where I should have taken the hint to get the hell out of there, but I don't. I stay in and stockpile again. I have a limit of +3. He's got a limit of +6, which is max. So if he really wanted to, he could just stay in here and bulk up forever, endlessly, because I can't do anything to him. He's going to go for another bulk up. I think that puts him at +2 or 3. I don't remember, even though I've recorded this like 500 times now. Anyway, he's at more than you ever want a Rapution to be at. Let's just go with that. I'm going to hit him with a Earth Power. He's going to bulk up to an even more powerful Rapution level that you never want to let Rapution get to. It doesn't matter how many boosts he has after this point. It's far too many. That's what we're gonna go with here. So I'm just gonna stay in. I don't want to switch into something and have it die to a plus way too much Drain Punch. Gastrodon is taking it pretty well. I'm really kind of spamming those Earth Powers, hoping for a special defense drop that will give me just enough edge to maybe take it out. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage between his drain punches and leftovers. I'm thinking if I can get that special defense drop and then manage to pull off a recover, if he doesn't do any more bulk ups for a couple of turns, thinking that he's got me, I would be safe at this point. But I realize here I'm not expecting either another drain punch or possibly a mock punch. Either one could take me out. I'm going to switch out and go into Gengar. Now the funny thing about this battle was I brought Gengar and Gastrodon. I've never battled him before. I had no idea what his team was. I just brought those two. Gengar is a really good Repulsion counter. Or at least this Gengar is. Because I carry the Psychic, which I used here to take it out, and Crisis is averted. But, the other one is, Gastrodon is a perfect Rotom counter. Now, I don't see Repulsion too often, or Conkeldurr too often. I do see, Rotom a lot. But I just thought it was interesting that I brought two counters to stuff that's relatively common, or, yeah, I don't see Repulsion all that much, but I happen to have the two counters when he has both the Pokemon, so... here he brings in his Volcarona. I don't really want to switch out and let it get a free Quiver Dance. So I'm going to stay in and go with the Choice Specs Psychic. He actually just goes with the Fiery Dance, and I see that it's Life Orbed, and he gets the special attack boost after that. So he's going to go with the Bug Buzz here, I guess, thinking I might switch into the Gastrodon. I'm just going to stay in. I go into Scrafty thinking that with its max special defense and near max HP, I can take a +1 stabbed, life orbed, fiery dance from Volcarona, which is just insane. I do survive it, but not enough to really do anything. So this bulk up is kind of a waste, and he also got another boost, so now he's at +2 special attack. By this point, I'm thinking that this thing's probably not going to Quiver Dance at all. He may not even have the Quiver Dance. I have no idea, honestly. Gastrodon would have been a really nice counter to this guy. I think he resists both stabs. Unfortunately, I kind of wasted Gastrodon on that Repulsion, and that whole exchange is really going to cost me in the battle here. So I'm going to just fodder out the Gastrodon, and I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake. The only thing on his team that is going to be able to take the Earthquake is his Dragonite, and I'm not giving him a reason to switch in because he doesn't want to take the Outrage. In any case, immediately after the Volcarona is down, the Dragonite does come in. I'm thinking he's going to want to set up, but he goes straight for the Dragon, or for the Outrage. Gliscor is really bulky, so I figured he could, like, physically bulky, so I figured he could take that. This is max HP, max defense, if I'm not mistaken, and he doesn't take that very well. So I'm gonna get out of there and go into Therathorn, who I know resists the Outrage, and will be able to break the Marvel Scale with its Iron Barbs there, if it does have the Marvel Scale. I have no idea if it does or not. I don't want to find out if it does. I protect here, thinking that he was going to try staying in and doing some more damage, but he doesn't. He switches out, so that was a good move on his part. He goes to Rotom, and I didn't understand at all why he was going into Rotom. I wasn't fearing it at all. And then I remember that there's this move called Hidden Power, and as soon as I see him use it, I'm like, crap, it's fire. And I thought I lost my Therathorn there, but I survive. I stay in. I'll just go for the Power Whip, and he pretty much does to me what I just did to him. He barely survives that. So things aren't looking good for me. I've got a lot of stuff that's really low on health, and he's got some pretty heavy-duty stuff just waiting to pick it off. I'm pretty scared. He's got me in a corner pretty much where he wants me. Coming up here in a couple of turns, I'm going to have to pause it, and I'll leave a link to the second part of the video. But anyways, I bring in Haxorus here. I really think to take the hidden Power Fire. And here I think long and hard about what my move is going to be. I decided to go for the Brick Break because I know it'll hit anything on his team, and if for whatever reason he wants to keep in the Rotom, I can take it out. He brings in the Fortress, and I saved Scrafty before because I knew there was potential for him to come in and help me out later. I'm going to bring him out on the Fortress because I know Fortress can't do too much, and this is actually where I'm going to pause the